Hi, TB.
Hey, you.
How are you? What are you doing? Are you at the field?
No, not yet.
Oh, well, I saw that you did fantastic last night.
Thanks. It was a fun one, first time in the Dodgers Giants, so had a little fun with it.
Yeah, I know. I saw that Instagram. You asking the crowd for a little more there.
Typical troll me.
Dude, yeah, it is typical you. Um, yeah, oh my gosh. Well, I was sleeping all day yesterday, but I caught up on all things social media this morning.
Yeah. How you feeling?
Uh, I am having a tough time. I've been resting. Kind of like I texted you, I was supposed to go to my follow up appointment, but obviously uh, I'm just it's hard. Like I also told you, it's hard because I don't want anyone to know, you know. So it's I'm trying my best to just handle it on my own. Um, but yeah, I guess I'm just really I'm having a tough time with all of it and just kind of trying to process how it even happened, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I'm trying to trying to figure that out too. I mean, I know that I know you asked me to hit you and we had safe word and all this different stuff, but I still just can't even figure out how the result was what it was. You know, I just want if there's any way I can help, I want to make sure that you're okay.
Yeah.
I would never do that to you outside of what we had talked about. You know, do you know that?
Yeah, no, I do. And I appreciate, no, I really do appreciate all your sweet messages and stuff. And they do make me better. The thing for me is it's kind of blurry for me, obviously, because it was coming out of in and out of consciousness. So I did ask you to hit me.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. I'm just I'm trying to wrap my head around it because obviously I'm just in a lot of pain and I don't remember specifically asking you to hit me, and I mean that did you mean to hit me that hard?
No, I didn't. That's why it's confusing. You know, because I didn't feel like I didn't feel like I hit you that hard. You know.
Yeah.
And certainly, I checked on you multiple times. Hey, do you want to stop? Are you okay? And you said, to keep going. So I just was trying to follow your lead on it. But I don't want to. I don't want to do that anymore because I don't want to hurt you.
Yeah, no,
That's never the point of it, you know.
yeah, and that's the thing is that's why, and I really appreciate, I know it's not easy to talk about, but I just appreciate you talking to me about it because I love spending time with you and I want to keep spending time with you, you know. It's I just want to communicate about it, so for next time and when I'm around you, I just don't have to think about it and understand your intention. But yeah, I mean, for me it was just confusing because getting to the point where I'm at the hospital, I'm okay, I just have to really try and understand and process so I don't it doesn't lead me into a mental spiral, you know. But just I think for it's the two black eyes and a swollen jaw. I know you had said at the end you're oh, I got you with your mouth open, and then so that's the part I'm just trying to understand because I know you asked me before because you were you know, what's off limits, and I was oh, don't, you know, do the fingers down my throat thing, and um I know it's I guess I'm just trying to wrap my head around it, I guess. And I don't really what did we talk about beforehand in terms of boundaries? What was your understanding, just, you know, so we can be on the same page moving forward. But I just want to know what year you thought was okay, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, you just kind of from our text conversation, when you had asked me, like, I haven't really gone back and read it, but you said something about like slapping in the face and like whatever else I wanted and stuff like that. And then like I feel like that's kind of what happened, and I just wanted to check on you. We had the conversation about that kind of being your way of like escaping, and just kind of like letting go. And
Yeah, like in terms of like the choke, like that I said to you about like choking.
yeah, and like we talked about like how you kind of how you felt like going out and like coming back, and you had said that you wanted to do it again because you felt good, like it made you feel good.
Yeah.
So, like,
Yeah.
I was just trying to like I really appreciate you as a person. I like spending time with you and stuff. And
yeah, I just like yeah.
Like, I'll never. Like, if we set, like, I'll never cross boundaries with you. I thought that like everything that we had talked about was like, you know.
Yeah. Yeah, I just think that like, you know, like I like, and I'm just communicating like from my like own peace of mind, like I said, because I like want like us to be exactly like I appreciate you so much, and like I want us to like exactly accept boundaries and like move forward, but like for my own peace of mind, like I just have to communicate. Like I never like said it was a free for all, and like the punching and like all that stuff that results in like me being in the hospital and that stuff. Like it's just been a lot. So I just yeah.
Gotcha. Yeah, so I mean, on my end, like I wasn't like I don't ever want to hurt you. I thought that like what we were doing, and because we like checked multiple times about having a safe word and like and all that, like I thought that it was like I thought that you were okay, and I would check multiple times. Like, hey, are you okay? Do you want to stop or not? You said no, so I was that was kind of my way of like trying to make sure that we weren't crossing any boundaries, you know, and like I obviously.
Yeah, I just like I don't like remember we never like talked about like punching, you know, like getting punched and that kind of thing, which like resulted in the black eyes and like the head stuff. And like at the end, like when I did like say the safe word, like because I was in like so much pain when you were like hitting the top of like my little, you know, like my vag, like that's like when I could like barely get it out to say, like I just like I don't know, I never like thought that that's like what it was gonna be, you know, because we just like hadn't like talked about that.
Yeah. Yeah. I understand that for sure. Like
what do you like? But what about that? Do you understand? You know.
I understand like how like you feel like yeah I just understand how you feel that way. Like it was obviously like that was not my intent. Like I thought that.
Yeah, I'm just kind of thinking like, and again, like I appreciate you like talking to me about it because like this just helps me. But like why did you think that was okay? You know, like or like was it just that you got carried away? Like
No, I thought like it wasn't like carried away at all. Like I thought I was kind of following in my head. I was following your lead, like what we had talked about pain and like, slapping and hitting and like these things, and you know wanting to be choked and like letting go and being just like submitting and stuff like that. And that's why when like during it, I was like very like asking multiple times like, are you okay? Like, do you want to stop? Like, is that too much? Like, do you wanting you to safe word and stuff like that. That was my way of like trying to follow your lead to.
Yeah, I think it's just confusing because like you like because it was coming out of like in and out of consciousness. Like I don't remember you ever asking me, and like I like the punching thing. Like I like didn't want that, and like that's just what I wanted to communicate. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. I'm very like I'm sorry that I don't know like what to say. I feel really like I feel your pain, and I'm like in pain too, and I never wanted to get to that point. Like we'll never get to that point again. I promise that. I know that doesn't change anything. Like I'm hurting too in this. Like I know you're experiencing it much more than I am. Like I feel so bad that like was something that I thought I was just trying to like give you what we had talked about and like make me feel good. That was my like perspective on it, you know, like.
Yeah.
So I like.
Yeah, no, for sure, and like I appreciate you.
Too.
Yeah, I appreciate it. Like I can't say it enough. I appreciate you like saying those things. That's why I wanted to like talk about it. I'm just kind of like, yeah, that's what I wanted to understand. Like, why did it get to that point?
Yeah, like it wasn't like I just like it wasn't something where I just like blacked out and like was didn't have like was just doing whatever. Like I was like that was my perspective on it. Is like I was trying to like no, I was trying to like protect you, but also like have the type of sex that we had talked about, and like
yeah.
And I know it's a fine line. Like I don't ever.
Yeah.
I don't know the words. I'm struggling because I don't want to hurt you. Like I never want to hurt you.
Yeah, I just like for sure wanted to communicate that I like never want to be like punched and hit super hard. Just because I'm like going through what I am going through right now, and like you know me, I'm not good at communicating, and I just like never said that I wanted to be punched or like anything like that. So I just like want you've been asking me a ton to like communicate and like let you in, and I want to do that. So it's like super hard for me to say these things, and I know for you too it's hard, but I just had to like clearly communicate that to you, just because of like where it ended and like the hospital and having to like hide it and like not be at work, and so it does feel better to talk about it, like I said, because I don't want it to be something where we like don't like get to still be friends or do whatever because of it,
Yeah, I'll never. Obviously, having clear communication about things now is good. I thought that we were, that we communicated. Obviously, like I know now that like there's some miscommunication there, and but it'll never happen again. Like, I don't want you to be like afraid to like be around me or like. And if there's anything I can do to help you, like you mentioned, like missing work, like I want to make sure that you're okay. Honestly, like if I can help, like please, is there something I can do?
Yeah. Yeah. Honestly, like. I'm just trying to understand and like not even like being a bitch at all, but like it's more of just like I'm like inexperienced with all this stuff, and so it's like because remember like after the first time I was like, oh, is this like a normal response? Like I know nothing like about like rough sex or anything like that, so like how could you think that like that it's okay to like punch and like hit that hard like to where bruises are, and like I'm just kind of trying to understand like do you think that's okay? Like, or like, how could you think that's okay? If you know, like, if that makes sense.
Yeah, that makes sense. I understand. Like, I was under the impression that you like had rough sex before because you had said that it was like kind of your way of escaping. So like it's like had I should have like clarified that and talked to you more about it and like really gotten on the same page with you about that. Like it's never like rough sex is never about like my like fantasy or my wishes. You know, it's all about trying to. For me, it's all about the other person, like trying to, like, you know, give them what, like, I don't know exactly how to like phrase it.
I get it.
You know,
So
but,
you kind of. Oh, sorry. Keep going.
Yeah, but I just like I because I was under the impression that like you had like done some sort of rough sex and stuff before, like I should have had more of a conversation like with you about it. But again, like it was not a like, you know, it was not about like trying to like, live out like anything about me. Like, I was.
Yeah. Okay, so that makes sense. So you kind of just like assumed that it was okay.
I mean, we had talked about it, so like our conversation about it had me,
Yeah.
you know, like because I guess when you told me that you like that was kind of your escape and like you wanted to be slapped and like choked and stuff like this, like that's why like you told me that you wanted those things, so I was. That's what gave me that impression, you know.
Yeah, and I'm just trying to remember, like, obviously, like, what I said. So, like, what did I even, like, what did I even tell you was, like, what did I tell you that was off limits again?
Well, you said, like, you know, fingers down the throat, and, but you, like, you asked, you know, via text, like, it's in our text thread.
Yeah. No, I definitely remember talking about the choking. Well, no, 100%. 1,000%. For sure. That was me. Yeah. It's just kind of like different than the punching and all of that stuff. But no, I'm super grateful. It actually like helps me so much to talk about it just because I've been in this headspace of like trying to, well, one, I'm just like have concussion brain. So I'm like, bleh, like it's just like, I've just been sleepy. And so I'm trying to put like my pieces together, obviously. And I've just been like alone and like obviously like thinking about it. So it's like helpful that you can tell me like you know, like tell me like where you were coming from. Like I appreciate that so much. But like I think like when I'm thinking about the like concussion, like how many times do you think you like hit my head?
It wasn't like I couldn't.
Yeah.
I'm not sure. It wasn't that many. That's why I was so surprised. Like when you said, I was like, well, I didn't think that anything that we, you know. Yeah, I was so surprised when I heard, you know.
I was just like shocked at my like freaking badge. It was literally like black and blue. So I was like, shit, how many times did you like punch that? But like I remember that part at the end, but because that's like when I said safe word. So yeah, I'm just processing it and like yeah. And like did I seem like super out of it? Like was I like, did it register to you, like, how out of it I was, like, after passing out and stuff? Or was I fine?
Like, you seemed fine, because, like, when you would come to, I would, like, hey, like, we would talk, and it seemed like you were, like, you know, normal. I said, all right, okay, like, how you doing? You know, I would check on you and make sure that everything that we were doing was still fine, because I never wanted to cross any boundaries with you, so I kept checking to make sure that like that what we were doing was like still okay. Because like at the end, like when you said the safe word like that, you know, my reaction there was like everything completely stopped as soon as you said that, and I was like, hey, are you okay? Like,
yeah,
you know, and that's why I wanted, like, if at any time during that, during the night, like, had you asked me to stop or like anything like that, like, that would have been my reaction, because again, like, it wasn't about me, it was about like trying to.
I just like, so, I don't remember you ever asking me if I was okay, so it's like, and I know I'm confused because obviously with like a concussion, like your head's pretty fucked up, so I just don't remember. I don't remember you asking me if I was okay. But yeah, I mean, I remember like after I was like crying and like full trauma. I do remember you after, like, you know, like, yeah, I know you stopped and stuff.
How do we go?
What?
Here, like, how do we like, move forward from here? Can I, like, is there anything I can do to help, or like what? Yeah, I'm trying to be here for you and get through this together. And I don't want you to feel like you're like have to go through this alone. But I also don't want to feel like I don't want you to like not want to talk to me and have me continuously be like trying to talk to you, and like, so can you give me some direction on like what can I do to help you? Like, what's the best way to go about that?
Yeah, I mean, I think it's like, this is the reason why I called you. Like, again, like, you know, like, it's hard for me. I'm not like the most vulnerable person, or like, I'm just like, I just have to get the facts so I can like understand. And like, because of like the way the injuries went, and it just like seemed to me like you were like a little out of control, and it did scare me. Like, I was really scared, like, obviously based off my reaction, like you saw me after, and like I was scared in the hospital, like so I'm just like trying to figure that out. But like the best thing that like you could do to support me, was like this exact like phone call, and just kind of like tell me like those things, and for me to like express like how I felt about it. So like I do feel a lot better, and I think like just in the future, it's like now you know that like wasn't okay with me, and we just kind of like I mean, you know me, like I try to like mask my shit with humor. Like I want to like go to like, I just like be ourselves, and like this conversation really was like all I needed to like feel better personally, you know what I mean? So like thank you again for just saying all that. And I know I asked you like a lot, and you're probably exhausted and you have a game today, but no, that's like the best thing you could do for me, was just like be honest and tell me about those things. So yeah, I mean, I've like I said, I feel better. Like, how are you? Like, how are you feeling?
Like I'm worried.
About what?
Just like you, and just making sure that, like, obviously I'm not even in town right now, so I can't like come see you if that's something that you wanted, or like try to help at all. Like, I'm worried about you, and like I'm gonna have to like process kind of like what we talked about, obviously, because again, like my impression, like where my head was at, obviously is so much different than like where you're at. So like I'm just so I'm worried about you. I just want to make sure you're okay. That's the biggest thing, you know.
Yeah, and that does make me feel better. No, I like want you to like know how I'm doing, and like again, like the concussion plays like a big role in this, of how like shitty I feel. And so like once I start feeling better, like it'll be better. Like these things get better. Okay, yeah, that's just my like thing, like coming out of it. Like I just promised myself I would be like, okay, I need him to understand, like, so you know how hard you hit me based off the concussion, then like you know how hard it was.
Yeah, like I didn't. yeah, it's just it surprised me so much. Like I didn't. Yeah, thank you for sharing that. Like I know it doesn't help, but like it's not something that'll ever like happen again. I guess I don't.
Yeah. No, it does help me. Yeah. Sorry. Keep talking.
No, like it's not something that will ever happen again. Like, I don't want you to be really worried about that. I know that like it's not as easy as that. You know, like I know the words don't change like, your emotions, and which is why I'm struggling so much to like. It's just it's yeah. I'm shocked that you ended up at this place because you know I just want to make sure you're okay. That's all.
Yeah. No, that helps. I mean, I feel like I got, like, it's so hard for me to say, like, these things because, like, it is, like, my natural coping mechanism is to just, like, not talk about shit. Like, that's how I lived my life for so long. So, like, I appreciate you letting me just, like, express, like, what I, you know, like, did and didn't want. And so, yeah, I feel honestly, like, a lot better, even if I don't sound like it right now, but, like, it'll be a lot easier for me to, like, talk to you now, and all that stuff. So, thanks, TB. And your Yoda gif was cute yesterday.
My what?
Your little Yoda gif, or gif, however you say it.
Oh. Yeah, I was thinking about you.
And then you had a killer game. What was it, 11 Ks?
Yeah, it was an okay night, but obviously not as important as what's going on with us. So.
Yes. Okay, well, what?
Do you want me to continue like checking on you? Do you want me to leave you alone? Just how do I?
Yeah, no, I mean, yeah, no, I would love, like, obviously, you're important to me, so I would love for you to check in. If I don't reply, it's honestly because I'm sleeping or, like, trying to figure my life out, but mostly I'm just sleeping all the time. So, no, yeah,